TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views and interviews.
Well, on the show today, we're taking a look at Thailand in many ways. Thailand was supposed to be opening up to international visitors from July the 1st. There's been a bit of a delay, so I can get first-hand information on this from Michael Marshall, who's COO, Chief Operating Officer for Minor Hotels. Nice to see you online, Michael.
Yes, good afternoon, Phil. Good to talk to you. Good to see you.
We've caught up many times on events like the Arabian Travel Market, Arabian Hotel Investment Conference, places like that, but not online. So, and also, of course, in Bangkok on the debut flight of Fly Dubai a few years ago. That was
that was a great event.
How are things looking for you and the tourism industry in Thailand?
What we were going to do, I hope to be talking about, was obviously the borders opening up, international borders. So far that hasn't happened, and that's delayed for another month. Possibly there could be something happening in August, but it could more likely be September.
Wow.
So what we've been busy doing, we've got over 20 resorts and hotels in Thailand under our different brands.
We'll talk about your brands.
Yeah. So we're by this weekend we'll have 90% of them open, particularly in the resorts. So we're concentrating on domestic tourism with Thai nationals and expat foreign nationals here. So a lot of staycations, a bit like Dubai in a way, and a bit like Abu Dhabi in the UAE until the borders open. You know, this is sort of the demand there is, and I think everybody's been locked up. I mean, you've been locked up in Dubai, so people want to get out.
Yeah, it's heavy. Now, I'm very familiar with Hua Hin, just a couple of hours away from Bangkok. I've stayed at the Anantara there a few years ago, and that always used to be a popular destination for people living in Bangkok who want to get away for the weekend. Are people doing that now, or are they still being a bit cautious?
No, we're seeing that since we opened the two hotels. We've got an Anantara from our Anantara brand, and we've got Avani, which is a more modern contemporary brand that we have. We've opened both the hotels, and I'm really pleased to say they've been full at the weekend. So quite a few people have got holidays that they haven't taken, haven't been able to travel. So we're sort of seeing, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, good occupancy levels. So there is that pent-up demand. And people, it's about as 2.5 hour drive to get down to Hua Hin from Bangkok. So, and we've also opened...
Great place, isn't it? The Royal Resort of Thailand, and a lot to see and do there. Wonderful beaches. And what's the weather like at the moment?
Weather's hot, not as hot as Dubai, but we're in the 30s. But it's very nice. It's hot, dry, nice, good weather.
You can't get there though. That's the problem. From the UAE at the moment, hopefully soon. So going on to your different brands, in the group, give us an overview of the brands you have.
Right. Okay. So Minor Hotels, we're actually a group now which is global. We started, as you know, in Thailand with the Anantara brand, and we've then expanded. Actually, after Thailand and some Asian countries, we moved actually to the Middle East. To the UAE was our first kind of big expansion with the Anantara brand, and you've got the Anantara Eastern Mangroves, Dubai Palm, Qasr Al Sarab, Sabani Yas.
Yes.
You know them well. But so we have Anantara Avani, and then we have a safari camp brand called Elewana. So if you want to do safari in Tanzania, in the Serengeti, or in Kenya, we're the perfect small safari camps and in the best locations. That's Elewana.
Is that a fairly new acquisition, or for?
No, we've had this now for we're about 15 years, and we've built up the camps. So we've got 16 camps now.
A well-kept secret, Michael.
Yeah, well, we need to get you to see it, I think, Phil, probably.
That sounds wonderful,
good way to...
Yeah, sure.
And then we bought, about 4 years ago, Tivoli, which is it's a very well-established European traditional hotel brand, about 80 years old, started in Portugal. So we're busy expanding that into the Middle East and Asia and Europe. And then a couple of years ago, we made a big acquisition, which is NH, which you'll know is the Spanish group based out of Madrid, which is about 350 hotels. So that's how we've become global. They're mainly in Europe and South America.
So as Chief Operating Officer, are you responsible for those various brands as well? They all come under your pyramid of operation?
Yeah. We work in regions. So the NH group is a separate company based out of Madrid. So they're looking after all of the Europe and South America and Americas. And then, they're opening it. We're moving Anantaras and Avanis into Europe now, which is great. So they're looking after those Anantara and Avanis that we're opening up. We've got Villamora, Anantara, and we've also got an Anantara in Marbella now.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.
How do you see things moving ahead, post, as everyone says, post-COVID-19? How do you see the roadmap for the group?
Well, we're still looking at growth. We've got some new hotels coming up in the Middle East, actually, still, that want to open. Some of the projects have slowed down in Asia until we can see, things improving and travel coming back. At the moment, we've been really focusing on making sure, the biggest priority for everybody at the moment is having the health, hygiene, safety, all. So we've got a program for Anantara, which is called Anantara Stay with a Peace of Mind.
Stay with peace of mind, okay.
Yeah. And then we've got one for Avani, which is Avani Shield. And again, we've got all this contactless check-in. You can look at all. You download our app onto your phone, and you can look at the menus in the restaurant. You can do your room service.
I've tried it a few times. You got to do the barcode and everything else, or the scan. But we have to live with it, don't we?
If you don't want to touch anything, this is a sort of new normal. But and then we've kind of beefed up all the working with Diverse and Ecolab on all the cleaning, hygiene, extra hygiene materials, and we're actually using UV lamps, which is quite interesting. So you can sanitize rooms using UV lamps. That you have to put them on for like an hour. You can do 45 minutes, but we put them in the room for an hour. One in the room, one in the bathroom.
Oh, right.
So this is a sort of extra...
That's interesting, When you said UV lamps, I thought it was going to be like these little crime scenes, looking for fingerprints.
No. And we're sort of sanitizing all the pens, that people use if you have to sign in and all this. The same with the limousines and transfers. So there's been a lot of work on that.
It's a massive spectrum of things to sanitize, isn't it? Huge.
Yeah, well, it's the number one thing. If you look at all the surveys, and I'm sure you have all these travel surveys, the thing people are really looking at is, is it safe? Is it healthy to go there? We were talking earlier, we've seen a big lift in people booking pool villas, where they've got the privacy and, they've got their own private pool. So you're 100% sure, you're just with your family or...
absolutely. And that's been very popular here in the UAE as well. Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah, the private pools and villas to go together. So to sort of finish on, we'll talk about Middle East. We've got one of your colleagues coming and linking up with one of your colleagues here in the UAE fairly soon. But a quick snapshot, really, of how things are for the group here in the UAE.
Yes, okay. We have our resorts all open in the UAE, so in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And they're doing well. It's good to see that the staycation business is definitely there. People, can't travel internationally, so, there's that pent-up demand. We're seeing people spend much more time in the resorts, which is good, people are having, dining experiences with us or, we're famous for our experiences in the Anantara brand. So people are doing some of those things that, maybe they would have gone out before, around town, so they're spending more time in the resorts. probably that's more quality time, if you like, with family or
Exactly.
just
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
relax.
Yeah.
You know,
So for you in Thailand, focus is on domestic tourism. In a few days'
At the
time,
moment,
I will be
yes.
welcoming international travellers. So that's an opportunity for your group here in the UAE to embrace and welcome people from different parts of the globe. So we're a bit ahead of Thailand at the moment. When we set this up, it's going to be the other way around. You were due to start today, but I think it's a very much evolving situation, isn't it? Right across the spectrum of travel, tourism, and aviation. So we have to go with the flow, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's changing every week, almost every day, with the regulations or the quarantine restrictions. I mean, Thailand's introduced, which I think is a good idea. We have health and hygiene safety certification. So all of our properties have passed that, and they're ready.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
Yeah. We've got good links with Emirates and Etihad, so we're ready to welcome everybody when they can start flying into Bangkok or Phuket.
Yeah, we're looking forward to ourselves as well. So.
Hopefully in August.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we've got lots of local experiences. I think, people can take advantage of. We've got lots of unique local experiences.
Well, the Anantara website is very colourful, and there's a lot of Anantara experiences on the website. So that's the place to go to at the moment while we're sort of planning our future travel plans. Yes.
And I think all the wildlife has come back into, that we're seeing dolphins off the beach, and
brilliant.
because the beaches have all been empty for so many weeks. So, you're seeing this, which is a good thing in a way. So
it's a positive side. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael. Well, great talking to you, and great saying that Thailand has not opened fully internationally as of July the 1st, but not too far away, we hope. So.
We should talk again a few weeks.
We will.
Time,
we'll catch up when you're actually welcoming people from different locations around the globe. So, and I'm sure you'll be doing it in style with Anantara and your other operations. Michael?
Thank you, Phil. Take care. Bye-bye.
TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.
TravelWise is a Phil Blizzard radio production. Email me at philblizzardmedia@gmail.com.
A Phil Blizzard radio production. TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views, and interviews.